Dites.
The Minnesota Fishing Opener is this weekend, and it's a great way to bond, maybe with your kiddos.
Amen to that. Professional fisherman Spencer Dites is here to give us a few safety tips, maybe even some tips to catch some wallies this weekend.
Woohoo!
Great to have you here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So most important safety tip if I'm going out with the kids fishing is what?
Make sure they're wearing life jackets at all times. It can be, you can forget, you know, everyone's quick to get in the boat and throw everything in, but and then the kids get in, but make sure they have life jackets on. It's actually against the law for them not to. I believe if they're under a certain age, I'm not sure what that age is, but just make sure you know that for sure. And
on the life jackets too, make sure that they're the appropriate size for those kids, because kids grow up fast.
Right, and they can go through them very quickly too. So I'm sure there's 4 different sizes for life jackets for the kids, so make sure that's right.
I know it too, like when you are going out for opening fishing, my dad goes through it every year. You get excited, you go through your tackle box, you make sure all your line's in, but there's a lot of safety precautions we need to take as well.
Yes, for sure, especially a lot of us have boats that are many years old, and our fire extinguishers, you know, it's a lot to have them in the boat, North Dakota and Minnesota, and I'm sure every other state. And on the fire extinguisher, they're going to have a pin. It's going to be a yellow pin, and it's going to say full or empty. And if it's not working, it will just move to empty real quick. So make sure it does say full. A lot of, if you do get stopped by the game wardens, who are very nice, they just want to make sure that you guys are being safe and have everything. They will check your fire extinguisher. They won't just always look to make sure you have one, but they'll actually check the pin to make sure it says full. So that's definitely one thing you want to check. Another thing is the personal throwable throw-rotation devices, the blue cushions. Not only do you have to have them in the boat, but you actually have to have them out. They can't be hidden in a compartment. You have to have them out in I believe every state, so make sure that's available.
So one per person, or?
Nope, just one per boat.
Oh, one per
boat. You
each
need a life jacket per person, and then you need a throwable. And that's if someone fell over and didn't have it. You could just throw it out to them and they can have that.
Nice.
Fishing is one of those things where you really can bond, whether it's maybe with family members or friends, but you want to make sure that you're staying safe, because if something goes wrong, it can go wrong quickly.
Right, and it can go, and it happens in a hurry, and it happens when you least expect it. I've seen many videos lately on the internet of guys just fishing, and then a boat just runs right over their boat, and they say they didn't see him. So, and it could happen on the nice, sunny day too. It doesn't always happen when the conditions are rough. So you got to be prepared for absolutely everything.
And it kind of goes without saying, but I think we should say it. Obviously, don't be out there drinking and driving the boat. I mean, you can have a lot of bad things happen if you're doing that.
Especially, and so it's not illegal to drink and drive the boat. You just can't be over the legal limit. However, we always say we highly recommend if you're driving, just wait until you get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love, too, that you have something for me to try on and possibly inflate. But before we get to this part of it, where are you going to be fishing this weekend? I know a lot of people want to know where the good spots are at.
Right. I'm actually going to head up to Devil's Lake. We have a camper that we have purchased up there. So I'll be up there. I know it's not the Minnesota opener, but I'll be up there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will be in the DL area. All the ice is off, or if it's not off, it's going to be off here very shortly. So it should be no problem.
And we're watching a video. Is this the kids' safety class that you do?
Yep, we do a bunch of kids fishing clinics throughout the year, maybe 8 to 10 of them. And this here is one we just did at Elevate Human Potential last weekend, and then some videos from the weekend before, which we did at Vision Bank. And we just teach the kids a lot of things. That goes around.
So are you going out, and what are you using this weekend? What would you suggest?
If you're in Minnesota, I would really suggest using shiner minnows. It'd be very hard to catch them if you're using something else. A lot of the shiner minnows, they're running now, or this time of year. So it's very hard to catch them if you're not using shiner minnows.
Okay.
We're going to inflate this thing.
There we go.
Should I finally put it on, right?
Yep.
So buckle
and then
it.
just buckle it. Yep. So this here is an inflatable life jacket. A lot of people are using these nowadays just because they're a lot sleeker and thinner. And if you jump in the water, if it gets, if you fall out, hit your head, whatever, and it gets submerged in the water, it will blow up. And the other way to blow it up is just pull the red tab.
Pull the tab.
So Christy is going to try. She's going to pull it very hard, and hopefully it goes.
Very hard?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Half of it inflated.
Yeah, and then the other half will just Velcro. If you,
that's scary.
it'll go quick.
Oh!
Are you choking?
Ow, no.
No, she's good. Yeah. So that's how those work. And then they are CO2, so now we'll just have to replace the CO2.
Can you come back again tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do something else.
That
Try
was
something
so
else.
scary. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna go with the old-fashioned life jackets.
Oh
I don't think I like this.
I felt like it was cutting off your oxygen.
No, I can breathe, but any other safety clinics that
No.
you have coming up?
No, that should do it.
Does every kid get to do that?
No, well, we've
Okay.
done it a few. The only reason why we did it this time is because it was expired. So
I'm safe now.
We do have to replace them every now and then.
Thank you, Spencer.
We will be back tomorrow with more of that. We'll be right back.